Hi, my name is Angelica. With my friend Juliana, we are going to talk about communication and transportation. So let's go. Okay, first of all, this is clear communication. One of the tools that people have to meet all the ideas and tone industry is strong. Communications and said communication must be clear. What is communication? Communication is the exchange of information that occurs between two or more people with the aim of providing information and receiving it. In this process, a sender and receiver intervene in addition to the message that is manifested. Communication is vital for there to be a good understanding between people. It is a process in which opinions that are information of a given topic are exchanged. What is the purpose of communications? The human being needs to communicate to express what he feels, organize himself in socially, and ask questions. Communication helps to transmit thoughts and ideas between people.
Type of the communication, verbal communication. It is characterized by the exchange of the message between sender and receiver and through a certain channel. Verbal communication distinguishes two options, oral and written communication. In the first case, the message is transmitted through words, for example, when a teacher is giving a class. Non-verbal communication. In this class, communication is carried out without the need to use words, but is based on posture, by movements and gesture, among others. For example, when we say yes and when say with our hands. Telephone communication. This is classic of the classic, how they are communicating before the digital age via telephone, also where how we will also include mobile device.
Written communication letters. Before the means of communication were letters. For example, if I needing to communicate with my mom, I have to write a letter and send it to the place where she was. Communication by email. Other forms of communication that we have used the most and continue to use are emails. This tool is used by companies to carry out email marketing campaigns to try to sell their products or communicate with their subscribers.
Communication through social network. Social networks have changed the way they communicate and interact with other people and have become on the communication channels most used by people to interact with their friends. Now, we communicate through WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, although Instagram is much more visual, we bring use to our next type of communication. Visual communication, where the information is shown with an image or video, such as television or social networks, such as Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, and other applications.
How is communication today? The way in which we communicate today has changed drastically, since we do not need to be in the same place with the person we need to talk to, since the messages are not meeting in real time. Through cell phones, with the help of a new word social, there are also videos in real time or video calls. How is communication used? Communication is essential in the life of the human being. Then, to the various ways of communicate, we can understand each other. Communication serves to express all our ideas. Tones and capture through words, text, messages in real time, calls, among others.
Transport in the future. We know that transportation is a fundamental aspect of the human being. It is allowing man to move from the one place to another in a way that millennium ago could be considered impossible. There is land transport, sea transport, and air transport. But how we talk about the transport of the future? Don't get me wrong, the future is today, but tomorrow's future is uncertain, and the possibilities that may exist are infinite. A result of this aspect, transport can be renewed and improved at any event.
Can you imagine a trip from one planet to another as something? From day to day? Wow! We will be exploring space as a simple world. Going on a picnic to Mars, for example. But here we are not talking about a simple plane. We will be using spaceships to go from one place to another. Although these things they are not meant for a daily use and for a common person. But it is not ruled out that in the future it will have a use similar to that of an airplane.
Now, we all know about trains, right? We know the evolution that this has had and the existing of the electric trains, which allow the connection of the city of a country and have their own track and roads. These trains are characterized by going fast, but there is one in particular which has a quite striking name, and they are existing of the ballet trains that had their first inauguration on October 1 in Japan in 1964. Today, the train exists in several Asian countries, mainly Japan, later China and Korea. But what's so special about this train? It's surely by the name you get an idea, and it's that they are the faster trains that existed with going one direction and stop at each station. These trains travel at approximately 300 to 400 kilometers per hour and are very good option, fast to travel.
On the other hand, although since the bullet train already exists, they are not available for common use. For now the quality, people can use this vehicle, but what an all time about. They are automotive cars meant able to transport yourself in a car with home, having to be aware of the steering wheel and wheel. Traveling is a very extreme option. Thank you very much.